Are they UFOs or are they a secret government project? Welcome. My name is Pauline Enchanted, and we are talking about these things, the triangle UFOs. I have actually, since I always talk about aliens and things on my channel, I have asked people if they've seen UFOs, and many people say they see this triangle thing. This one seems to be very common. And I had someone comment, and it made me look into it. Sorry, I forgot who it was. Comment TR3B, and I looked into it. And it seems to be kind of a hush hush Air Force program. So, this is what I'm talking about. The TR-3B Black Manta is a name for a purported triangular anti-gravity resonance aircraft. Hey Curbsy, welcome. That is not officially acknowledged by the US military, though it has been linked. Oh, thank you, Mark, for joining my fan club. You're awesome. Welcome. It has been linked to UFO sightings. Theories surround the TR-3B describe it as a top-secret project utilizing advanced propulsion, possibly using highly pressurized mercury to generate a plasma that creates anti-gravity field. Welcome, Mr. Mark. It's nice to have you, and welcome, Curbsy. So the irony is, so a lot of people, it's funny how like there's a government program, but there's like a lot of I don't know how to say it. Hello, Mike Wazowski, welcome. There's a lot of, if there's like it gets leaked, things get leaked, even from the government workers. And this is all hearsay, but I could totally see it being real. What's up, Helena? The ceiling. I'm talking about, so I had someone comment on my YouTube channel about the TR3, the TR3B Black Manta. And it is at this point like kind of a conspiracy, but at the same time, there's like a lot of lore behind it. A lot of people have seen triangular shaped UFOs like this. So a lot of people believe it is actually from the military, and there's a whole explanation on the lore of this. Hello, welcome back, Jacob. Thanks for the follow, Casey. So, it is considered a stealth spy plane. Some theories claim it is a tactical resonance aircraft, also known as a flux liner, that is highly quiet and significantly reduced radar signature. I could totally see the government having this, and then just like people thinking it's just like the aliens. You know what I mean? Let's see. Linky Alice says, "Hi there. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome back." Were you the one that left me the comment of someone left me a comment of the 2R3B, and it made me look into it. So I thought it was pretty cool. Yes, the 2R3B secret military projects. Yes. Okay, and then let me catch up on the comments on TikTok. Playa says, "Oh yeah, Jacob, I'm just wearing this jacket today." What if they are aliens for outdoors? Yeah, totally. It could totally be aliens. It could also be like the government got technology from the aliens and created this anti-gravity spacecraft. I feel like if the aliens got here from another realm, they wouldn't be cited so much. Like the triangle spacecrafts are cited so and so much, and they're usually around military bases. So it makes me think this one's from us. Why is existence debated? So the US military has not acknowledged them officially. There's a lot of connections with UFOs and all of that. And it would like, oh, thanks for joining my fan club. I appreciate it. So do you see how like have you guys seen, I went down the rabbit hole of like those, like the court cases. Thank you, Mike Wazowski, appreciate you. The court cases where they're interviewing pilots and they all see this and they have like footage of this. That I feel okay. I do believe in aliens, okay? Thanks, Luck Rock. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And linking out, so I'm gonna catch up on your comments in a second on YouTube. Thank you so much. Okay, so I do believe in aliens, and I do believe that there are interdimensional beings here, but okay, but there is a stage that the media tries to influence us and our government tries to influence us. So whatever they show us is what they want us to see. Do you know what I mean? So in a sense, I don't believe them saying that this is a UFO. I feel like maybe this is theirs, you know? I'm not totally sure. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the comments. I'm gonna start with YouTube, then TikTok. Linky Alice says, everyone subscribe, like, share, and super chat. Yes, thank you, Linky Alice. I appreciate that. Linky Alice says, if you research about ancient aircraft made by previous generation, then you'll see a flying saucer tech. Interesting. I know there's hieroglyphs, it's hard for me to say because of the thanks. But yes, hieroglyphs. I'm saying that wrong. I'm definitely saying that wrong. But basically, there are old drawings and depictions of what looked like aircraft in the air. Anonymous says, hi, welcome. Eddie says, hi, good evening, man in the van, welcome. Eddie, you have to guess. Okay, so let me catch up on the TikTok comments. I see quite a few here. Dracavelli says, nice tea, thanks. Dragonlight says, I would argue aliens are just regular beings, their own version of TikTok, etc. The thing is, I don't know if aliens are how we've been taught in media. The whole point is I don't trust media. I do know that there's other beings here, and they're in this realm, and then they're in the next, and they're smart, right? Would we consider those aliens? You know? Okay, so let's see. Steve says, do you believe in God? I had an experience with the Holy Spirit, so I prayed to the Holy Spirit. But I'm still conceptualizing what I believe in. So interdimensional, yes, for sure. Interdimensional. Yeah, I've had very weird experiences. If you guys have ever tried to astral project, you'll experience the weirdest things. That's when you try to put your body to sleep and your soul tries to leave your body. And you kind of walk out of your body. There are beings everywhere, and they will talk to you telepathically. Thanks for the likes, Luck Rock. Okay, let me catch up on the comments on Eddie says, she don't remember comment. Yeah, because I think, were you the one that wrote an inappropriate comment? I'm not sure, but hi. Are you an alien? Ooh, I don't know. He says, I'm a Martian. If you're an alien, let us know. Linking Alice says they're hiding it. Red pill. Also, there are actual footage of it recently caught on camera by a helicopter recovering it. Yeah, these are caught on camera all the time. The triangular shaped one, which makes me believe maybe it is by our government, because if you're an alien, I feel like you wouldn't be caught on camera all the time unless you purposely want to be caught on camera all the time. Eddie says, where are you reading the comments from? I have 2 live streams. I have YouTube and TikTok, so I'm swapping back and forth. Thanks for all the likes. Brica says, I love the thanks. Very nice. Thank you. What playing this time suits you is a bit later. Oh, thanks. It just really depends on when I'm available. Read old red pill content. Is that what you're saying? Daryl says, I'm 4-4 supporting both channel. Oh, you're awesome, Daryl. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So yeah, my conspiracy theory of this one is that it is our government, because this is the one that's I think it's in the Supreme Court. They're always like, we see a triangular one. The world is a stage, and you're an audience, and they want you to believe whatever they feed you. I do believe in aliens. I don't know if it's whatever they're feeding us, you know? Okay, so I did want to talk. Pumero says, morning from Australia. Good morning. 444 says, just Brick is fine. Okay, Brick, got it. 444 says, what if aliens run the government? I've heard of that conspiracy too. If I am not wrong, I remember was it the GATE program that they were looking for telepathic people? See, I've read about this so long ago, but there's a person that supposedly worked with the government, and he was able to see like like in meditation, he was able to see in other places, and he got killed, but he claimed that he saw in a mountain like grays working with the government, which would be scary. There's also that conspiracy theory that our president, I think it was the 60s, was it the 60s? Whenever we started experiencing a lot of abductions, that our president kind of made a deal with the darker ones so we can get technology. That's a conspiracy theory too, which is kind of funny. Pomero says, oh my gosh, conspiracy chat. Yeah, that's what we do here. We just all talk about weird stuff. Whatever you want. Linky Alice says, please read my comment below. It's called Tic Tac UFO. Oh, Tic Tac. I read it wrong. Oh, I think I've heard of that one too. I also have another topic I'm going to bring up in a second. Let me catch up on the comments on TikTok. Brika says, the world is definitely a stage. It is. Everything is programming at the end of the day. So don't let them program you. You know? I know it sounds creepy, but take control of your reality. It's funny how the AI keeps talking in TikTok. It's Count J says, so beautiful, thanks. Oh, thanks. 444 says remote viewing. That's what's called remote viewing. Thank you. Ooh, do any of you guys that's definitely a skill that you can learn. Can any of you guys remote view? Have you meditated and tried to do that? Um, um, so let me catch up on the comments here. Plomero says, well, I know demons are real, so I assume God is real. I think there's a duality in the world, right? There's good and there's bad. And there's creatures in this world that we don't fully understand. Intelligent creatures. We're not the only ones that are very intelligent. And there's duality in that, just like there's duality in humans. Remember that. With 2 phones, yeah, Eddie. How many viewers here on TikTok? Right now I have 5, and on YouTube 6. I'm an alien. Eddie, what kind of alien are you? TSS Jesus Christ is King. That's nice. T fights. Let's see. I still love your alien eyes. Appreciate that. Pomona says, yes, I can remote view about 2 miles. Interesting. What do you mean about, why is it limited to 2 miles? I feel like it wouldn't be limited. Or do you just mean that you can see 2 miles? You're lagging in many comments. Yeah, I'm behind because there's a lot. Tic Tac typos. Yes, I'm a good alien. Bumera says, that's cool. Check who's high today. That's funny. I'm trying to get bit by a vampire. Okay, so my other topic today that I thought, so my conspiracy with this one is the world is a stage, okay? And they're showing this one a lot. I feel like they want to control the narrative. Oh, by the way, I want to say something that's weird, but it's like happy weird. This keeps happening to me, you guys, recently, but I kind of like it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. So the other day, I go into my room and I have a bunch of lights in my room, all over the room. I like ambient lighting like this, right? This one is remote, but some of them aren't. And I was looking at the other one of the lamps in my light, and I was like, the room is dark and I'm slowly turning on the lights around the room, and I'm looking at the lamp and I just want to turn it on, and it turned on, and I was like, was that me or was it a ghost? Because I have like spiritual boundaries, but I allow good and love and light and angels in my place. That's the only thing that's allowed in here. Holy Spirit angels. Um, and then I was by the door, and then what irked me was that one of my neighbors put a camera that faces my door a little bit. I've kind of like let that go a little bit, but the thing is, I just felt like they were watching me eat because I leave the door open to let fresh air in, and I was looking at it and I was like, just close a little bit so I'm covered and they can't see me, and it did. The wind closed it a little bit, and I was like, was that me or was that like an angel helping me? I can't tell. Like I'm like, I didn't say it out loud. I just thought it and it did it. And I was like, this has been happening, but it's like helpful. So I'm like, yeah, I'll go for it. Let's do this. Okay, let me catch up on the comments. Uh Plumero says, just when I'm dreaming, you can remote view. That's so interesting. You could, I don't know if you already have, but you can really focus that skill that you have, Plumero, and keep remote viewing farther. Like, we all have sixth sense and we can all, increase our abilities. Would you go to Jupiter with me? Eddie, I have a boyfriend. Plumero says, and if I lose focus, I snap back into my body like a bungee cord. So you're remote viewing. That is so cool. I've learned how to astral project and I've learned how to, I think my consciousness went up to a higher realm. I don't know if that's remote viewing, but I did do that. So that sounds really cool because it does remind me of astral projection when you kind of snap back into your body. Um, Andromeda. I don't know what that means. You're saying how tall you are, Plumero? Daryl says telekinesis. Okay, let me catch up on the comments on TikTok. I feel like I'm ignoring you guys. I don't want to. Men engineer. Okay, let me see. Dan the tree guy wants to be vampire. Mike Wazowski says, you're so knowledge on spiritual things. I know next to nothing on this stuff. I find it fascinating. It's fun, right? Isn't it fun to just like kind of I don't know, explore and question our reality? Mike, isn't that amazing? Okay, thanks for the roses, Mike Wazowski. And then man engineer wants to be vampire. Is there a website to become a vampire? I don't probably. You could probably find one. Thank you for all the roses, Mike Wazowski. Appreciate it. Okay. So let me catch up on YouTube. YouTube said Eddie says, I'll show you B16 pulsing star and local cluster too. I don't know what that means. Like in the star system, that's cool. Plumera says, I'm in intergalactic remote view tour. Explain what that is. Pent is fascinating. Linky Analyst. The pill. Linky Analyst keeps sending me like a red pill. Okay, so this is my next topic for you guys. We're going to talk about starseed children. Do you guys know what that is? So, a starseed child are thought to be extraterrestrial souls who are born or walk into human bodies to help raise human consciousness. They are characterized by a sense of not belonging, heightened sensitivity, strong intuition, and psychic abilities. Some theories suggest these children have a specific mission, such as challenging old systems, indigo children, or bringing healing. Which is kind of an interesting concept to think like, oh, you reincarnated, but you didn't reincarnate as another human. You didn't come from being a human. You came from being something else. Maybe something from higher realm. Maybe something from a lower realm. Let me catch up on the comments. Let's see. Plumera says some remote viewers can see back in time. Oh, I think that's really cool. If you can figure that out, oh my god, you should do that. Time is not linear. Time is not how they've taught us it is. Everything is happening at once. You can tune into what you want to. Daryl says, I remember astral projecting when I was 8 years old. Ooh, tell us about your astral projection experiences. Romani on TikTok. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate you. Trouble says, what's up? The ceiling is up. Cider Brom says, hi, Linkianos. Hi. Welcome, you guys. I love having you guys on. Isn't it an exciting day today? Okay, so, do you believe there are people here? First off, do you believe in reincarnation? And second off, do you believe there are people here that were not humans before? that we're something else. Welcome, Bonbon John. So, let's see. Linking Alice says James Webb Telescope can see back in time. Oh, I did hear about that. I did hear about that. That they can kind of like you because you're looking the way time works when you're literally looking in the past when you use the James Webb Telescope, which is super interesting. 444 Outdoor says imaginary friends. Imaginary friends, I feel like are spirits or other entities for children. Believe your children when they tell you they made a new friend. I just made a new friend named Timmy. He's over there in the corner of the room staring. Oh my god, that would creep me out. I would definitely banish it. I'm sorry. Antonio, thanks for the roses. I appreciate you. And thanks for the follow. Okay, I'm gonna catch up. Thank you so much for those. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna catch up on the comments on YouTube and then come back on TikTok. Why Music says you changed your hair. I did. I just did my roots. And then let me see TikTok. Thank you again, Antonio. Bobo and John says, come on, get me. That's funny. Yes, says 444 Outdoors. Yes. The thing is that Western society kind of teaches you, oh no, it's just the kid's imaginary. It's not real. What they see is not real. The thing is, kids see a lot of the same things. And they don't talk to each other. 4-year-olds are not talking to each other. How are they all seeing similar things, experiencing similar things? Because the spiritual realm is very real. It's not all necessarily bad. Thank you, Antonio, for all the roses. I appreciate you. That's very, very sweet. Thank you. And John, thank you so much again for the rose. Okay. Bone Bone wants to be a vampire. Love the teeth. Thank you, John. Guys, I think that's funny. Okay. So, do you believe in past lives? And if you do, what do you think you were in a past life? That's my question. Let me see if I can add a question here on. Oh my God, I have a bunch of comments on YouTube. I just didn't see them. Let me see. Alchemist of Hecate says, think they're connected to the afterlife. Who? Nah, when I was young. Oh, thank you, Antonio, for the roses. So, Alchemist of Hecate says, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, when I was young and sick, a random transparent man showed up and asking if I wanted to play golf. I didn't, though, even though I like golf. As above, so below. That is true. You were like, maybe you were very close to going to the other side, so you were able to see him. Thank you again, Antonio, for all the roses. I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe you were yeah, you said you were sick, so then you saw this transparent man trying to play golf. Maybe it's a deceased past like family member, you know? Interesting. So Mike Wazowski says, have you looked into CSP at all? That sounds familiar. Let me refresh my memory real quickly. Let's see. SCP, sorry, SCP. SCP Foundation of clandestine organization dedicated to containing dangerous and incomprehensible horrors. Oh my god. Wait, what is this? I'm kind of confused. Can you explain, Mike Wazowski? So let me catch up on the comments on TikTok, then I'm gonna go on YouTube real quick. It says, thank you, Antonio, for the roses. I appreciate you. Tito says, I was in Atlantis in my past life. Oh, okay. So we have someone here on the TikTok side commenting because I have YouTube and TikTok live stream. Thank you, Antonio, again for the roses. I appreciate you. Saying that he remembers his past life in Atlantis, which is so interesting because I want to hear about it. Can you tell us, Mr. Tito? Antonio says, your eyes are gorgeous. Thank you. 444 Outdoor says, I brought up imaginary friends because that is a common trait of starseed children. Oh, totally, because they're looking to the spirit realm. Maybe their imaginary friends are, maybe they're like aliens, right? They're not really imaginary. I do have a very weird memory when I was growing up. I'll tell you guys in a sec. I'm gonna go to YouTube real quickly and read Alchemist of Hecate. He says, I seen a lot of strange shit though, and soon I think we will all. Lots of love though, dropping though. Oh, okay. Bye, Alchemist of Hecate. Yeah, I feel like as wasn't. Don't you guys remember when it was like the stigma to talk about these things? They're like, oh my god, you know. Now we're more open to it because more people have experienced things. Before it was nobody believed you, right? And you would be a pariah of society. Not anymore. Which I like. There's more open conversation. Because we've all experienced something bizarre in this world. You know there's something more that lurks behind the shadows. Maybe not shadow, maybe behind the light. Okay, so Mike Wazowski says secure, contain, protect. It's pretty cool. Secure, contain, protect. So okay, can you expand on that project? I'm very interested. Okay, so Michael Sosky says it's a community sci-fi project, and the details this international organization that attempts to contain paranormal entities. Some are conscious, others aren't. Some have been benign anomalies. Some are very dangerous. Ooh, wait, is this like a TV show or is this like an actual foundation? Wait, give me a second. Is this like an actual like Ghostbusters? Oh, is this like an actual foundation, Mike Wazowski? 448 says yes, it used to get me followed, laugh aloud. Really, when you would talk about, yeah, I've heard of that. Have you guys on YouTube and on TikTok, have you guys heard of the Men in Black? So basically people say that when they've experienced like alien stuff, especially early 2000s, and they would try to talk about it, they would literally be felt like they were being followed by the Men in Black, like in the movies. They were having suits, they had sunglasses, and they would just be watched all the time. Is that what you experienced for outdoors? Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the comments on YouTube. Plumber says Aquino is still taking any. Oh, something about eating ducks in Germany. Okay. Linky Alice says we are all inspired by Hollywood. Laugh aloud. Yes. Do you remember anything from the past life? Me, not personally. I feel like I have innate skills from my past life, and I feel like we all do. You know, we all have innate skills. I don't know how to like spiritual skills too, like how we receive messages and things. Maybe it's from a past life. Okay. So Timothy Brown says, hi. Christopher Nunn says, I like turtles. Turtles are awesome. Excuse me, sir, you have stolen my crown. That's funny. Linking Alice says the Men in Black are all over the world. So apparently it's not just the US where you get followed. It's funny because um the movies are from the US, but it seems like it's like an organization that used to follow people when they would talk out, right? Now it's like everybody's talking about it, so whatever. You can easily just say it's AI. Do you know what I mean? You can, even though the video is real or whatever. Mike Wazowski says, it's mainly a wiki that lots of people contribute to. It's inspired lots of video games and YouTube. Ooh, that's cool. I have to look into this, Mike Wazowski. This actually looks really cool. Oh, Antonio, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying these lives where we all just chat about all the weird stuff. Thank you, Antonio. And then 44 Outdoor says, yes, exactly. So he was followed by Men in Black, the Men in Black. And there's this other conspiracy too, where it's like people actually think they're aliens. Like, I know the movie, it says like they're government officials, but the conspiracy is like, no, they're not. They're just like beings that are not human. Do you know what I mean? Which is even creepier somehow. um, and then I'm gonna catch up. I'm on TikTok. I'm gonna catch up on the comments on YouTube real quick, and then I'm coming back on TikTok. So YouTube, let's see. Christopher, I have a boyfriend. Plumero says, give it back. Give what back? Oh, the crown. M says, hi, M. I haven't seen you in a bit. How are you? Ligiana says, so some MIB are working in real estate grabbing. Oh my god. Also, the whole concept of the Men in Black, people believe that too. The government's working with aliens and kind of they live amongst us and we just don't know. I totally believe that. Not necessarily that maybe the government is working with some of them, but I totally believe that they live amongst us. Haven't you experienced someone that is like not quite real? You know? Like something does not feel human about them. Okay. So Daryl says a lot of things on TV that are labeled fiction are fact, nonfiction. Yeah, it's the whole like it's like a disclosure thing. I feel like it's a spiritual agreement. There you could do like I honestly feel like it's a spiritual agreement. Like we watch it, so subconsciously you're agreeing to it. So they're allowed to do it. Because you're agreeing to it to the masses. Everything is energy, right? Like the Super Bowl, for example. You know how many people watch the Super Bowl? Don't you think the shows before that play in the Super Bowl, don't you think that's a ritual in itself? Mm. Linking Atlas says, but there's another video evidence. The Men in Black showed up on Skinwalker Ranch multiple times with Wolf Dog with them on the ranch. That's creepy. I have to rewatch the Skinwalker Ranch. It's been so long since I watched it. And I just got recommended when I gave a ghost tour to some people. They're like, watch it. It's creepy that I showed up there because they were recording everything. So now I know it's like 100% for real. But I mean, even Mr. 444 Outdoors or Daryl experienced that too. Okay. Let me catch up on the comments on TikTok and then I'll go back on YouTube. Ultra Instinct says, you heard of Sam Tripoli? No, who's Sam Tripoli? Antonio Franco says, do you believe in Torteria? And then our historic timeline is off. I haven't really looked into Torteria exactly. I have to look into it. Oh, thank you for the roses, Antonio. I appreciate you. That's very sweet of you. Let me look up Torteria. Torteria. Thank you so much. Okay. I have to look into the lore of Torteria. I don't know why a Mexican restaurant came up when I looked up Torteria. I'm not joking, literally. um, but yeah, I have to look into this. If you guys want to tell me about it, let me know. Maybe our timeline is a little off. It does feel off. I'm not gonna lie. I do believe that we kind of hop into different dimensions all the time, depending on how we vibrate, we attract, we like this choice leads you down this path. This choice, like kind of like that effect. Do you know what I mean? Oh my god, that effect. So the butterfly effect, but it does feel off. Like before 2020, our reality was very, very different. I feel like a huge chunk of people changed realities there, and I was part of that. Um, so Daryl says I started a UFO and alien website and spoke out at public events heavily in 2010, and I was followed. I could totally see that, Daryl. Especially in 2010, people weren't talking like this in 2010. Thank you, Antonio, for the roses. I really appreciate you. I just saw them. Thank you so much. Okay. M says be right back. Daryl says I started UFO. Oh, I read that. Lincoln says please be aware of things coming out of Dr. Stephen Greer. Why? Tell us, tell us, tell us. Doctor, like aware in a bad way or aware in a good way? Linking Atlas. Dr. Stephen Greer. I've heard of him. I think he came to my city, and I wanted to go to one of his conventions because I was like, oh, it's a UFO convention. That's why his name sounds familiar. But when I went to book a ticket, it was sold out. Um, Linky Alice says I'll share it if I found the video. Awesome. You know, around the Skinwalker Ranch, there are several ranches with the lock pass places having satanic symbols. Ooh. Yeah, because Skin Rancher, oh my god, Skinwalker Ranch was dark. It was very, very dark. Okay, Linky Allen says, right after the year 500, we jumped into year 1500. Ooh, what makes you say that? Tell us, Linky Alice. Do you believe aliens are on the moon? Yeah, I feel like they're everywhere. They're just hiding things. Okay, so let me catch up on the comments on TikTok. So on TikTok, thank you again, Antonio, for the roses. I appreciate you. We said hello to Mr. 76. Hello. Michael Zasky says SCP-3002 overwrites people's real memories with false past lives. That is creepy. That's creepy. Thank you, Antonio, again. SCP 3002. Specific refers to a specific memory shared by 85% of the prisoner's population. Oh. Escaping the metro, you're so smart. Aw, thanks. So sweet. 44 Outdoor says, can I ask who you give ghost tours with? I am in the hiring process for this currently. I don't, unfortunately, I don't like to say the company, because it's like, I've already had some weird experiences. But you could probably find, I found it by just looking up like ghost tours near me, and it'll pop up because they always promote for, like, they look for actors, but honestly we're talking to them, there's no acting, it's real. And you'll see it, they're pretty popular. I don't like giving the name of my company because, you know, even though it's funny because I got hired because I send them my YouTube. They love my channel. I got hired because I sent them this. They're like, you're so weird. But it's more like, which is one off. It's a one off. Most companies don't like when you do YouTube channels and TikToks. This is like the one company giving ghost tours where they're like, yeah, come on in. But you will find them because the cities they are in, they heavily promote on Google. So if you just look up ghost tour hiring near me, they will probably be one of the top ones that you can apply for if they are in your city. Antonio says, LMAO. Thanks for the follow, Eric and Choke on Oscar. 444 Outdoor says, one of my favorite sayings is, the more I see, the less I know. I know! That's what it feels like. As I grow up, I've realized, thank you, Mike Wazowski, for Go Popular. Thank you, I appreciate it. As time passes, I have realized that there's so much for me to learn. You know, as an adult, like as a kid, you're like, I know this world. No, you don't. There's like so much to learn. There's like I feel like that my whole life I will be learning and growing. Don't you guys feel like this? Like you will be learning and growing your whole life? Okay, so I'm gonna catch up on the comments on YouTube in a second. I'm gonna finish up TikTok real quickly. I think I only have 3 left. For it's okay. I understand. Say less. Yeah. Can I give you my soul, Aaron? No, you can't give away your soul to anybody. It's your soul. You are your soul. Go for it, twin, says Sir Franco. Okay, so let me catch up on the comments. Jay Fur says your teeth. Oh yeah, they are big. They're fangs. Your fangs looks perfect. Thank you. I'm back. Welcome back. And Linking Atlas says, Paulina, if you find good quality infrared or night vision. Oh, thank you for the rose, Mia Aloso. Thank you so much. Night vision. Okay, so night vision camera. Try to put it towards the sky. You'll be surprised. No way. I have to write that down. What have you seen when you put a night vision camera towards the sky? Wait, okay, I don't think I have a pen. I don't know. Are they expensive? I'm gonna see if I can find a video of someone doing it. I'm very, very curious. Elisa says come to Saudi Arabia. Thanks for the invite, Elisa. I heard Maxie says I heard some guy moved to Germany and eat swans. Oh, that's sad. Lincoln, how old are you? I'm 501 now. I'm sorry, I've been busy. You're good. I'm glad to have you. Lincoln says you will be you'll be very shocked and surprised on the UFOs. Yes. Um, Prime says, "Do you drink blood?" Bwahahaha. Linky Alice is 25. Cool. And Antichrist, oh God, I hope you're not evil, says he's 33. Ultra Instant says, "You ever play with a Ouija board? Did it work?" Yes, I did. But I was tricked into it as an 11-year-old. I was tricked into it as an 11-year-old. And yeah, I never played it again. I went to a sleepover and I was playing in the room with the girl. We were just talking, gabbing, like girls, and playing with the dog. And the mom comes into the room and she's like, "Hey, girls." And I'm like, "Hey." And she's like, "Do you guys want to play board game?" And we're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Okay, come to the kitchen." So sorry, we were in her bedroom. She said, "Come to the kitchen and the living room." So the kitchen's here, the living room's right here. And so we come to the living room. We sit on the kitchen table, and she's like, this game is called the Ouija board. And I'm like, "Ooh, what's that?" She's like, "Oh, you supposedly talk to the dead, but it's okay, it's not real. It'll move, but don't worry, it's not real." That's so weird. Why would you do that to an 11-year-old and her friend? So yeah, so I played it. I didn't know what was going on. I told my mom that this mom did that because I didn't know what it was, and I was banned to. I couldn't go back and have a sleepover with this girl. So yeah, it's the only time I've met people who love the Ouija board. Okay. Oh, you're guessing right. It's just funny. I am 501. Um, Hebon says, "Hello, hello." M says, "I saw a creepy guy." Ooh, be careful, M. Lincoln says, "Please don't work with any board. It's all cursed, including tarot cards." I like tarot cards. I just make sure I just protect the energy and only infuse love and light when I do tarot cards and stuff like that. The boards, for some reason, have like a darker energy to them. And I think it's mostly because so many people believe it's evil, and like so many people have all this. I think it's just like an innate energy that humans have towards it. But the tarot cards, like there's like positive and negative energy around. So I just I make sure I just do it with love and light. Um, M says vampire. Daryl says I am 4,000 plus. Ooh, cool. Linky says, when did the event of the board happen? 20. I can't tell you because I am 501. Would be like, oh God, I don't even know, hundreds of years ago. Not you something natural. Okay, so let me catch up on the comments on TikTok real quickly. Thanks for the follow. BDR says, "I risk for." Oh my God. 44 says, "Are you telepathic?" I think we all are. We have to connect. The biggest thing is you're raised to close your sixth sense. You just have to connect and meditate, and you'll start receiving messages. I'm still working on that. Um. So yeah. um. Alternate says tarot cards only work one way. The person not doing the reading has to be special. The person not doing the reading has to be special. Wait, what do you mean? Explain. Um, I'm happy today. I'm glad you're happy, Em. I'm happy to have you guys. Isn't it awesome? We all get to gab and talk about all the weird stuff in our reality. Miguel says, "So no, I'm not saying no to I'm not saying. You will never know because I am 501 years old." uh M says, "You're thinking about blood." Miguel says, "But Navajo Nation says stay away from Skinwalker Ranch. Stay away." Yeah, probably. They have a lot of dark energy. Linky Alice, please stop asking me. I'm literally 501 years old. Um, Oh my God, there's a nasty comment there. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, here we go. Ding, ding, ding. There we go. My phone was about to fall. Linky says I'll have another creepy video I'll send. Sure, go ahead. By the way, for those who don't know, oh, Louis Lee, hey friend, hello, welcome. Ulster wants to be a vampire. Okay, so what was I gonna say? I was asked to do a Discord by some of you guys, so I did. So make sure to check out the Discord. You guys can gab about all the weird stuff, you know. Sanford says I've put a spell on you. I am highly protected, you guys. Anything bounces off. I do need some water though. Let me see. Louis Lee says you Antichrist has the thing. Louis Lee says you got a Discord. Yes. Oh, there's no water left. Thank you, M. Linkiana says it's about Skinwalker. Cool. Cool response about the spell. Yeah, I mean it's true though. You just have to protect your energy. That's the biggest thing. Ding, ding. I like to imagine a golden aura and everything just bounces off. Especially because I do ghost tours, I am banishing stuff. No problem, girl. Thank you. Okay, so we've talked about the triangular shaped UFOs on how we believe it maybe the government, or it could be aliens. And we've talked about starseed. The starseed people are people who maybe their past life was an alien life. Okay, 444 there's a famous casting spell. Here it is to you. Laugh aloud. Lucy says, I'll have to check it out, friend. Yeah, it's on my description on TikTok. Like, it's on the description on TikTok and description on YouTube. Linky says, you believe in Harry Potter, Hogwarts type life 500 years ago. I love Harry Potter. You know, I do believe that every reality, do you guys believe this? If you can think of a reality, it exists somewhere. Somewhere, in some realm, in some dimension. I believe that 100%. Every reality exists somewhere. Don't you remember during 2020, like COVID, people were meditating a lot and they were trying to astral project? They were trying to astral project to Hogwarts and they were saying they weren't able to. Every reality exists somewhere. If you can think about it, there's a reality where I am wearing a red hat right now. It's just a different version of me. Okay. Lucy says, I swear sometimes I'm not even human. Maybe you're not, Lucy. Let me catch up on the comments on YouTube. TR3B. Yes, TR3B. Something about alien, and I like the little cat thing you sent. Lingiana says, can I share something here or not regarding alien, or should it be the next live stream? Go ahead and share whatever you want, honestly. And you can share on the Discord too. Like, that's the whole point. I live stream all the time. You know? Es mi buddy buddy. Saluditos de Uruguay. Te queremos mucho. Gracias, Blanca. And says, whatever your age, you're perfect. That's so sweet. Thank you. That's the thing. Okay. This is my thing. It doesn't matter how young I am. Okay, you guys? Age is it's like a matrix thing. It's programming your body. And I'm trying to teach this to my parents. I've noticed people who are who just believe in being healthy and young and taking care of themselves. They are so much.
It's just a programming. I saw someone's take on this where they believed where they believed um the birthday song was like a way to it's like a spell, right? I don't mind. People can sing me happy birthday, but I'm 500 years old for a reason. Age, that's like what you believe you are. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if you get my grift. Okay. So you guys are all perfect, by the way. Thank you, Em. That's very sweet. You guys are amazing. You guys are powerful spiritual beings living this human experience. And they've taught you limitation. But remember, you are limitless. You are infinite. Remember that. Mr. Fox, I'm glad you liked the thanks. Linkiana says aliens showed up when there's a family fight or problems around the area. I could see that. Maybe they're not necessarily aliens, maybe they are aliens, but they're darker beings that feed off of chaos energy. Those beings exist too. Linkiana says I was trying to be funny. I have seen in their 90s are super healthy. Yeah, they are. Thank you, Linky Atlas. Says you have a lot of new people here. Yeah, I'm glad I do. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the comments on TikTok real quickly since I was reading the YouTube one. Thanks for the hearts, you guys. I'm better says is the battle bus is I don't know what that means. Lucy says exactly. I agree. Open mind. Yeah. 444 outdoors. You were nice. Oh, a spell. Oh no. Okay, I get what you're saying. You're agreeing. Yes. Justin says nice eyes. 444 outdoors. Remember, there are documented people that have lived into their hundreds. Even I know you might not believe in the Bible, but even in the Bible, right? Like old ancient documents. Everything is a spell, a programming, and your body follows the programming. Remember that. Please remember that. Just says nice eyes. Thanks. Okay. So, Anthony says we might be older than you are thinking. No, you're good. Just as you're divine me. Ah, thanks. M says, ah! And Linkiana says, very true about dark energy aliens. I was thinking about this alien connection to world problems yesterday. Thinking about to chat you with about it. No, honestly, I do believe that. There's duality in this world. And there's everything is energy. So I am usually like love, light, hippie. I do tap into the spooky energy because we are all duality. But I like vibrate like love and light and happiness and woohoo, good things, right? But whatever energy you put out in the world, the more energy of that you'll get. The more your life will turn into that energy, right? And there are beings that feed off of both. There are angelic beings that love to like encourage love and light in your life, but there are darker beings that feed off causing chaos. And if you're already in that low vibration, you attract them and they'll cause more. Okay, oh, Mr. Dapper Boy, that's funny. Linky Alice says, I think there are people in 150 years old, looks like 40 and 50 years old. Yeah, you don't know how many people there are out there that look like they're 20, but they're in their hundreds. Okay, so let me catch up. Let's see. Michael says, any update on your creepy neighbor cameras? No, I have let it go. I was like, okay, so at first I was like, is that only to me? Like, why did he add that camera with my car and then my door? And like, my neighbors know I just like to chill like on my doorstep and get air when I get home. You know what I mean? Like, I drink my coffee there. That's where I do. And then I just like, gosh, now he's gonna be staring at me through the camera every time I'm just chilling there. But then I noticed that the guy also put cameras on the other side, so I was like, okay, it's not like just me, but it's still weird. I have to actually go meet him and just make sure he's not weird. But he put it on all, because I have cameras, but I purposely don't point them at nobody's door. Like, privacy for me is huge, like huge, huge. So the cameras in my place are pointed at the back, like the back of people's places. So when they go up to my door, or I have one on the side that is to the road. Like I don't point any cameras to anybody's door, so I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Okay, but I don't think he did it on purpose. I noticed he put I walked around, he put cameras everywhere, so I was like, okay, at least it's not just to my door. Okay, Lucy, exactly. They can't program any of us free minds. Yes. Okay, there is, give me 1 second. I have to, on for the YouTubers, I have to let TikTok know that I am a human for some reason. It's questioning my existence. Okay. Thanks for the heart, Justin. Can I volunteer to, you're good. You don't think you want that. Huang says, that's real teeth. Leslie, love light. Yeah, love light. Is the energy vampire meeting? Is this the energy vampire meeting? Those do exist. We all have a way to feed off of energy. You do too. Um, I used to love to like go downtown and just like when everybody's so excited and happy and they're just exuding energy and it's just there in the field, you just walk through and you just feel like you just take in that energy, which is amazing. But I never actually drain anybody. That's horrifying. Please don't do that. Michael Sassi says, yes, same. Okay, so let me catch up on the comments. Dapper Boy says, nah, them old folks in China though. Yeah, have you that's another thing, yeah. They look very, very young. Honest, M says, honestly, I love you guys. We are just one big community. Yes, we're just one big community here. We all just gab and talk about all the weird stuff. Today I'm using the word gab. Yes, 501. Thank you, M. Linky Alice says, I wish we all live in 200 years as my life so far isn't complete. Yeah. You do have like a control over your life. Like even in like nurses have talked about how people sometimes will wait to pass away because they want to talk to someone, right? Or a family member. Or like the people who are very positive and high vibe in the hospital, they heal way faster than other people. Your mind and your belief system and the energy you hold really alters your body. Like 100%. You could talk to yourselves. Like look in the mirror when you wake up and just be like, thank you, body, for taking care of me. Thank you for staying young. Thank you for looking so beautiful. Thank you for my eye. Like if you are grateful and you talk to your body parts, I know it sounds weird, to your blood, to everything is alive and has some type of consciousness. Trees have consciousness. I talk to trees, animals, cats, everything. Let me catch up on the comments on TikTok, then I'm gonna go back to YouTube. Let's see. TikTok says, Muddy Buddy says, hey there, hi. Lewis Lee says, people fear they don't understand what they don't understand. Even people get scared of your energy if you work on yourself. That's true. It sometimes is good. Like it's funny. Like as you raise your vibration and your vibration changes, people will drop away from your life, but you'll attract new people that are kind of in your similar playing field. It's very weird, but it's true. Whatever you put out, you attract. So try to do like love and light. I like spooky stuff, but you know, I am like a very happy person. I wish people the best, and I wish you guys the best. And I'm sending you all the love and light and golden energy that you want. If you want to accept it. Louis Lee says, I've noticed that a lot when I change. It's true. That is true. Thanks for the likes, outdoors. Let me catch up on the comments on YouTube. Gary says, hello, glad to meet you. Glad to meet you, Gary. Dapper Boy says, have you heard of term, no, I have not. What does that mean? Gary says, yes, I'm human. No, she's a vampire or a vampire, whatever you guys think I am. I love him. She's awesome. Dapper says, you ever heard of that one dude that escaped Area 51? No, tell us, Dapper Boy. Let me catch up on the comments. Linky says, do you have a place nearby where there's less light pollution? Oh, is it just like dark right now? Oh, do you mean outside? No. No, I would have to drive a few hours to like see the sky. Only in movies, Gary says. Bob, Dapper Boy says, nah, my bad. My name is Bob. Bob Lazar. Oh, Bob Lazar? Bob Lazar? Is that something you? Or just Bob? Linking Alice says Area 51 is known for military projects. Yeah, I think also Area 51 at this point is kind of like a tourist attraction. Apparently, they have underground tunnels that lead to another military base. So if they had, like, you can't go on there, but so many people are around it because they want to see it. I know they try to like go through it, which is funny. But the underground tunnels lead to another base, and that base, I think that's where they moved all the UFO technology that they did have because everybody knows about Area 51, so they're not going to keep it there anymore. Uh Jamie Pencil says, "Hi, Paulina. Did or did you not celebrate traditional Dia de los Muertos?" I don't necessarily celebrate it. I'm not Mexican, but I do think it is a beautiful tradition to honor the dead. I actually wouldn't mind going to Mexico and seeing how it's celebrated. Um, okay, so most are those fans for you have to check out my YouTube channel and figure that out. Louis Lee says, of course. Unprepared. Serenity says, hey, Paulina. Hey. Unprepared Serenity says, the lights to my hotel in city all went out and it's all dark. I feel like I'm in a horror movie. I mean, isn't that cool though? Unprepared Serenity. So honestly, isn't like sometimes I like to like feel that eerie feeling, like spooky eerie feeling. Everything is dark. What lies in the shadows? Okay, thanks for joining, Mr. 1725. Okay, let me catch up. M says, "Aw, thanks." Dapper says, Ultravert is like a new way to describe a personality type, but they are characterized as people that feed off of energy, but in a humble way. They just like being around people. Yeah, kind of like that. I just don't. I'm not gonna drain anybody. That's messed up. I wouldn't do that. But there's like so much energy. Like if you go out in a city and everyone's like happy, you just walk out. You could that energy just. I used to do theater, and I remember performing amongst like hundreds and hundreds of people, and I would be like the I would like make them laugh. I would do the goofiest things. And when they would laugh, like let's say it was just the stage and it was just me and they would laugh, that energy was amazing. They were so happy. They were giving me all that energy. It was awesome. Okay. So Lewis Lee says, transform yourself. Everyone has greatness. Yes, everyone has greatness. You guys are all amazing people here, and anything is possible in this life. You guys can accomplish anything you want. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. Even the backed up traffic, yeah, and for birds even that. Okay, let me catch up on the comments. Dapper Boy says, my grandma used to celebrate Dia de los Muertos. Oh, it's only Mexican. My bad. No, you're good. It's a beautiful celebration. It's funny. I was just reading. I have a Samhain book there, and they mention honoring the dead. And I've made soul cookies before, but yeah, it's different. And says, there is, yes, I do feeling straight vibes, like happy vibes. Daryl says, I visit a lot of old cemeteries. Ooh, I do have. Remember, I give ghost tours, so I have had people tell me that they try to go to a very haunted cemetery in like electric bikes, and when they were about to enter the cemetery, sorry, electric scooters, when they were about to enter the cemetery with the electric scooter, they drained completely, and they took that as a warning. Okay, we're not allowed in here. The electric scooters were like 70% fully drained, and they had to like drag their scooters out. They didn't go inside the cemetery. So for me, it depends on the cemetery. But there are some I think the ones with blessed that are blessed. Those I don't I think there's are it's not all cemeteries that are blessed, or maybe no, not all graveyards, but cemeteries are blessed. Something like that. The blessed ones feel like very love and light and happy. Joe, you have to check out my other videos and see if yeah. So let me catch up on the comments on TikTok. Lewis Lee says, some people can't handle some people's energy. I've made people nervous before I purposely worked on to make people feel my energy. Yeah, I mean, again, whatever energy you have, I've noticed like when I started, like, because I was like very down for a while in my life. And when I started focusing on the positive love and realizing that I can do anything and you guys can do anything is possible. Like literally, we're so blessed. We can do anything. Like you guys have the power to change your lives. So when I realized that and I started pursuing the things that I wanted to do, people dropped because that energy, it's like it's just not compatible for some people, you know? And that's okay. You know, then other types of people started coming into my life, you know? You make different friends. Okay, Linkiana says, yeah, I watched that video, even camera battery too. Really? Jamie says, would you ever do a live doing ghost tours? I keep getting asked that. To be honest, I can't because the company I work for does not want me to record. They love my YouTube channel. That's why they hired me. It's funny. That never happens. Companies usually do not like social media, but they love my because it's ghost tours. So they're like, "Oh my gosh, she's our girl." But they don't want me recording for intellectual purposes. And then also the people who book me, they don't want them being recorded either. Al Capone says, "Do you believe in Jesus Christ?" Yeah, he was real. Louis Lee says, "I agree. Same here. I never looked back since feel great." I'm glad. Yeah, don't look back. Live your life that you want to live. Lincoln says, do you believe in Freemasonry? Yes, I don't practice Freemasonry. It is real. I've met some Freemasons. The Freemasons I met were not the normal Freemasons that are in there for businesses. I met a super occultic Freemasonry group. Like the most occultic Freemasonry group ever. Not like normal. Which is kind of funny, but it was an interesting experience. It was an accident. Who killed JFK? I'm not sure. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this live. I live often. Please check out the Discord because I made that for you guys. I was asked to make a Discord. It is in my description on YouTube and it is my description on TikTok. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Bye, guys.